welcome to everyone. My name is Omar and I'm the Regional Manager for the Western Cape. I can't believe that we've reached the end of 2021 already, and this is our final PPSI Think Tank series for the year. Our theme for today is enhancing our value proposition with PPS. We have two guest speakers, namely Greta Fourie, the Regional Manager for PPS, Specialist Support Services in the PPS Group, and Anton Rauch from PSG Wealth Somerset West. Please remember to post your questions in the chat box. And Greta, welcome and over to you.
Right, thank you. Like Elmarie said, I'm the Regional Manager for Specialist Support Services for the whole coastal region. We also refer to as SSS or S3 or S cubed, whatever you like, you may refer to us. So our name really says it all. We are a team of specialists in our different chosen fields, and we're here to support the advisor. So our sole existence is to create value for the advisor. This can be through in-depth technical advice, planning advice, or just an area that you, or a planning area that's out of your scope. So for instance, it could be either where a plan that needs complicated trust structures, or businesses that's in different entities that you need help with and advice on, or it could be just in a planning area that's out of your scope. So if you are known as an investment, your focus is investment planning and investment advice, then we can help you with the business assurance and estate planning side of it. So so our end goal is to really add value to you and to you as the advisor, and then to the member. So we want to grow your profitability. We want to create efficiency in your business. We want to enhance your sustainability, and in the end, your saleability to make it more profitable for you. We also help you to identify cross-sell opportunities, like going into your books, doing some practice management if that's a need, and then by identifying those different diversified income streams for you. So how do we do that? We provide you with a co-branded holistic plan, and we really are seen as an extension of your business. So those co-branded plans are seen as your plan, and we help and facilitate in that. We also registered on the REP register, so we take responsibility for the advice, and you can present that plan as is, and we take the advice risk on that. So this is our team. We've got a coastal team, and then we've got an inland team. My coastal team, it's me, the regional manager. Then I've got Neil Pinaar, who is in Cape Town at the moment, and they refer to him as Jock Color. So he really helps with holistic financial planning and pretty much an expert in all the areas. Then we've got Denzel Olsen, who just started. He is in PE and look after the whole Garden Route and George area. He is very good with the estate planning. He's got his LLB and he's a tax practitioner. So he's well acquainted with estate planning and business planning. Tandeka Zulu, she is in Durban and looks after the KZN region. She's got her advanced in financial planning, and she's mostly focused on investments, but also business planning. Then our inland team is Wynand Dupré, who's the regional manager there. We've got Mpo, so Mpo and Hanemi and Harpier, they all look after the Joburg areas. Harpier is a little bit more in Pretoria area. Gugu is also in Joburg, and Larissa is in Bloemfontein. So we really can represent your clients all over the country, and it's just a matter of fact where your clients are, and we can get involved and represent them there. So there's no cost involved. The existence for our team within PPS is to create value for you and to bring in enhance the value proposition for PPS. So to bring in the business to PPS. And once the business is with us, there's absolutely no cost involved. If the business, the members do not qualify for PPS, or you would like us to get involved with planning that isn't, the business is not going to come to PPS, then we can still do that, but it would be at a cost, depending on the complexity of the plan. Our services include anything from business planning, estate planning, holistic financial planning, which pretty much includes everything, investment planning, and retirement planning. So business planning, we get involved quite a bit. And we, with all these areas of planning, we help to facilitate the conversation. We do the financial needs analysis. In business planning, we do the business needs analysis, and we analyze the financial statements before. With business planning, we can analyze the financial statements before. So before you do apply for business assurance, often the business owners overvalue their businesses, and we can look at those financial statements and give you an accurate idea of what you can apply cover for. We also provide you with agreements. So once the business insurance solutions are in place, we provide you the agreements for a buy and sell and a contingent liability. And then it really depends on you. You are the custodians of the relationship. So you determine how the terms of engagement, but so it will be like usual. You'll identify the need. You can collect the information or ask us to get involved. Usually it's a better idea if you collect the information because you hold that relationship, and then we'll do the plan for you. We'll brief you to present, or we'll co-consult with you and go to the client. So you can either take it as your plan, or you can take us as along to co-consult with you. And then you implement it and hold the relationship. We don't implement any products. We only do the planning. We don't have codes to implement. We can't get involved with any of the implementation at all. So yeah, just we'll send out my details, and you can get in touch with me if you need us to get involved. I can help you and allocate a resource, one of our technical planners, and we can discuss what's the need, what do you need to do, and how to go forward. So you can just ask to, just pop me a mail or give me a call. So I use this as a good example of what we do. So I don't know if any of you saw that video where Ariana Titmus won the Olympic gold medal, and I think she broke a world record as well. And there was this video of the coach like going totally ballistic, crazy. So you don't often see the coach in the background, you mostly see the athlete, not the coach in the background. And this was quite nice to see that enthusiasm and the support that he was giving us. So that's the analogy we use. Like we say that you guys are advisors, the athlete, and we are the coach giving you the support. You are the limelight, and we at the back, we're helping you to work at your optimal level, to help you to be as efficient as possible. So I think we still got time, because I quickly just want to go through a plan to show you an example of our plans and what it looks like. So it is 47 pages, but this is a mock-up mock plan, but we can obviously make it smaller and more streamlined. It depends on what your needs is, and obviously the planning area. So this is for a holistic plan that covers all the different planning areas. So you'll have like your roadmap, a little bit of who's your financial advisor, what is your personal economy, the roadmap of looking at all the different planning areas, your estate plan, your business plan, your personal details of the client, personal details of the planning team, who was the planner, who was the advisor, specialist support, if you want to put that in. This can be amended like as you wish. Your executive summary, which gives you a high level snapshot of the plan, and you can use that to have those type of your conversation. So you've got your executive summary, then you've got your financial. This is a new template, so we've made it a little the executive summary more streamlined. It's not as long. Then you've got your financial summary that shows your assets and liabilities. Go through all that, just a snapshot of that. We've also condensed it, so it's not as long. Your estate plan goes into quite a bit of detail. Again, we can take this out if you do not need it, but this just helps with the conversation. What is estate planning? What to look out for? What's the consequences if you don't provide proper planning for your estate? So you have your financial objectives at death, your income need, your capital need, and then recommendations. This is where you put in what you recommended, what is the considerations to take into account, what did he tell you? You can put all of that in there. So your assets in the event of death, this is just a summary of all your assets, your liabilities. And then estate duty. So what is estate duty? What is liquidity? Provisions for dependents, and then you go into the actual analysis to show your estate duty. So this would be your current position. What is it currently? Liquidity, provisions for dependents, and then you go into your planned position. So what would happen if you bequeath all your policies to your spouse or your pension and provident to your spouse? What would happen then? So what's the estate duty consequences? What's the dutiable estate? What does that mean for your liquidity? What does that mean for your dependents, provision for your dependents? And again, everywhere we've got in a section where you can add your recommendations. And that's where we co-plan with you. We'll sit with you and make sure that we're aligned, that everything is there, that you've discussed with the clients, and it's aligned to what your recommendations are. Then you've got your risk planning. I'm not going to go into too much detail because it is 47 pages, but you've got your risk planning, and again, your recommendations, disability, your capital provisions, your income provisions. So this is just an idea of what our plans. So there's a lot of detail. And like I said, we can streamline it to your need. Sickness, and then you've got go over to your investment side. So that would be your risk profile that aligns to yours that you've done. Your needs, what is his profile, what is his income need, what is his capital need, and then the income flow and his projections until when his income will run out. And the same on the capital flow. What will his capital flow look like? And then what is the suggestions? What can you do to attain your desired income? And what is the recommendations where you can add all of your recommendations? And then business planning. So we've got another template for the business planning. We are busy developing it into this same template, but I'll just quickly run through this. But this is your business and needs analysis. So still, it looks a little bit different, but we can amend it to co-brand it as well. The main thing here, it's a lot of information, again, 50 pages that we can streamline. But the main thing here is your valuations. So you'll have your solutions, either your contingent liability, your credit loan, or your buy and sell, with the values there. And then I'm just going to run through the first couple of pages just to give you an idea. But this is a summary page of your business. So it will show you all the information. It will break it down into the shares and how that's distributed and the provisions made for. And then all your recommendations. And then it goes into a lot of detail of what it is, what's the consequences, what's the risks, all of that. I'm going to jump to the end just to give you an idea. So right at the bottom, we've got a questionnaire that we send out like I said, there's a lot of information here. But at the bottom, you've got your policy structure, how it's structured, and then the questionnaire would have obviously been filled in before, but that's added to this. So this would say, okay, what is your business needs analysis? What is all the information? What is your turnover? What's your overheads? What's your assets? What's your liability? So all the information. So this is what you send out to the client. And again, we can get involved to have those conversations with your client to explain. Often we do a financial needs analysis and we'll see that he's declared like shares in a business, and we'll have those discussions to say, okay, but what does that mean? How's the company structured? Is it in your own name? What entity is it? What will happen at death? How will your spouse, what will happen to her? What's the impact on estate, on her estate, on your estate? So those type of conversations we can take further and we can unlock that. Yeah, and that's about it. I think my time is up. Are there any questions?
Yes, Greta, Johan here. I
Hello.
have two questions regarding business insurance. The first would be, what happens if not all of the shareholders qualify for PPS membership when considering this business insurance?
Yeah, so that happens. I mean, if the one member client either can't qualify because of qualifications and experience, or they just can't get covered, they're uninsurable because of medical reasons. So in that case, we still do the whole business needs analysis, and we'll still provide the agreement. So you'll have 1 or 2 shareholders that qualify for PPS and 1 or 2 shareholders that won't. And in the agreement, you'll actually say this partner and that partner has shareholder has the cover with Discovery, and this is the policy. So we'll still provide the agreements and do the whole business needs analysis.
Yes, and then how does the profit share work with this business insurance?
Yeah, so we do profit share, but it's you have to have a risk policy in place, so it's linked to that, and it's on the policy owner. So the policy owner of that policy will earn they call it indirect profit share, but it's just linked to your life product. So it's added on to that. But the owner of the policy would be the guy who gets the profit share.
Okay. And then will it be possible for you to forward us that example so we can send it on to the viewer?
Cool. Yeah, no problem. Thanks, Jan. In the Q&A, there's a question about business planning if it doesn't get implemented with PPS. So I don't know if that answered your question. If all the members are not with PPS, then it would depend on the extent and how complicated and complex the case would be, how many entities. If it's a plain simple, we would look anything from 10,000 Rand, and if it's very complicated, up to 30,000 Rand for a business plan. I think that is that. If you don't have any other questions, I'm going to hand over to Anton. So Anton Rauch is the principal for the PSG branch in Heidelberg, Somerset West area. He's built his very successful practice over 10 years. He has a BCom and an LLB degree, and he started his career as a Sanlam legal advisor. He's been with PPS as a sales manager, so he's got very extensive exposure to financial planning, and he understands the legislation pertaining to the industry. So I thought I'd invite Anton and just ask him to share a little bit, because we've worked together a lot, and there's the benefit that he got out of it and the value that we created for him. So Anton, if you could share with us just your experience and what the value add was for you.
Okay, Greta, thank you so much for the opportunity to provide a bit of testimony for what you've just presented to all of us. I think it will be opportune just to give a bit of background regarding specialist support services. I've been in this industry for more than 30 years. And as you mentioned, I started my career as a legal consultant with Sanlam in the late 88s. It's not a new concept at all, just as a matter of interest to all the attendees, the participants of this workshop. In the 80s, the old Mutuals of the world and the Sanlams of the world had a huge drive to appoint legal consultants to support the brokers out there, and also to support the tied agents for their various companies in providing specialist advice and services in the sales process. And just to give you an idea, when I joined Sanlam in the late 80s, we were 40 consultants countrywide appointed to just do this job. So it's not a unique concept, and I have no doubt in my mind that it's a very important part of the creation of value in the value system, and also, as far as PPS is concerned, enhancing the value proposition of PPS being a mutual insurance company. So when I started my own practice a number of years ago, our focus was very much the professional market. We started engaging with senior management with PPS on the exco levels, and mentioned the fact that we feel that it's very important to have access to specialist services and helping us as advisors to get the job done. And I think most people will agree with me. It's not as though estate planning and buy and sell agreements sit around each and every corner. But it's important to know and to have peace of mind that should you need people to support you in getting the business done, that you can actually make use of specialist services. And I'm very, very happy that PPS has actually acceded to and acknowledged the fact that we need a department called Specialist Support Services within PPS. And we in our practice have extensively used your services, and I will cite a few examples of what we've actually done. So in the Cape, Western Cape, I've made use of Neil Pina when we stumbled across a number of opportunities for investments. And as you rightly mentioned, I mean, our job out there is actually to engage with clients, to be at the forefront, to manage the relationship. So in this whole process of putting together this holistic plan, and I'll use a retirement plan as an example, yeah, just to illustrate the point. So our job as advisors is obviously to manage the relationship, to establish the needs. And when it comes to retirement, there's a lot of work to be done behind the scenes in collating this information. I mean, retirement planning is all about identifying the needs for people post-retirement, and to make sure that the plan could actually be implemented, and that is a practical plan. So Neil and I have worked very closely together, and we put together these plans, and I think the value add comes into the fact that you know, I mean, you've gone through a 47-page holistic plan. I mean, if I had to sit in my schedule, servicing clients, reviewing clients, making appointments, trying to close business, trying to actually get investment plans onto the book, you simply just don't have the time to do that. I mean, if you look at a retirement plan, and you look at the set out, and you look at all the aspects involved in a retirement plan in terms of tax implications, in terms of cash flow projections, in terms of what the person actually has available for retirement, it takes a lot of time and effort to put that together. So for us as advisors, it gives you a lot of peace of mind to know that you can work with people who are specialists in their field, and that you can actually rely on them to help you and to put this plan on the table. So as far as my testimony is concerned and my interaction with you guys, at the Specialist Support Services within PPS can honestly say that it's really added a lot of value, and that we've actually closed the business, which I would not have been able to do on my own. So, you know, the interaction as far as with the clients too, it gives the clients, the professionals out there also peace of mind to know that it's a team effort. It's not just me sitting there putting this plan together. And I mean, if you look at the plan that you've just presented, it's very comprehensive. I mean, you look at assets, liabilities, you look at cash flows, you look at needs, expectations. You know, there's a lot of expectations of people out there when it comes to retirement, as far as their quality of life is concerned. And the plan provides, in many instances, a wake-up call for clients to actually understand that, you know what, you've got to work very carefully with your money. You need to have a budget. You need to stick to the plan. And where the value comes in from a person like Neil is also to set out the tax implications, because there are various tax dispensations that we deal with, and there are various tax implications as far as capital gains tax is concerned, and dividends tax and income tax, etc., etc. So I'm actually very happy that we can engage with you guys out there. I think it's a no-brainer. It's an integral part of providing clients in a very strict regulatory environment an holistic plan, a plan that you can use as part of your record of advice, a plan that can give you as the advisor peace of mind that you're actually putting the facts on the table and it's not just a thumb suck. So I wish you guys all of the best. My message out there in many of your workshops and when we have sessions together is make use of the specialists like a Neil Pienaar. You won't be sorry. If you look at the PPS business model, it's a model of mutuality. So I mean, there's the risk side, which includes the business assurance side. There are some very wealthy individuals out there, professionals who need estate planning. When you talk about the holistic plan, it includes fiduciary services. You need to review trusts, family trusts. You need to make comments on that. You need to align the will of individuals to the plan. So Greta, it's a pleasure for me to sit here this morning. We're very close now to the festive season. We're closing down. So I want to make use of this opportunity to wish you and your team all of the best and to reassure you guys that we appreciate the great work that you guys do behind the scenes, and the fact that we have access to you guys and the fact that we use this expertise gives us the opportunity to do more business and to engage with our clients more proactively, and that we don't have to sit on our own with a 47-page retirement plan, putting that together, which would take 1 week, 2 weeks to put together. We as wealth advisors, as risk advisors, simply don't have the time to do that. It is our responsibility to understand the implications, and that's what we do. So thank you for this opportunity. I think my time's up. I really appreciate it, and I wish you and your team all of the best, and I wish everyone who's attending this workshop happy holidays, and enjoy your family and your friends. So that's me, Greta. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks so much, Anton. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I appreciate the time being here and testifying. He said he was going to speak from the heart. So it's very nice to hear that you've experienced that and you've found value in us and our support. So thank you for having us, Almarie. It was really nice being here. And I've posted my email address in the chat box. So please reach out, just send me a mail, and yeah, we can chat and help find out what you need. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Greta. Thank you, Anton. If you need any contact details of Greta, the email address is in the chat box. Otherwise, my contact with your investment specialist or directly to me, and I will give you information. But thanks for testimony, Anton. And please make use of the service. I think it ties to set your practice, and this is a special service that PPS Group can offer to you. So make use of them. Everyone must also have an awesome break and a festive season. And for those who are traveling, please drive safely and stay safe till next year. And lastly, I would like to thank you for the support during 2021 on behalf of my whole Western Cape team. And we're looking forward to the next Think Tank series in 2022. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day.